Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the New York Yankees. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set, getting the nod on the mound, number 98.
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
2 strikes.
One out, base is empty. That's down and in. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in.
He was all over that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Here's Mike Trout. Next offering upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Man at second. Now he breaks his bat. Whips it to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. Two outs. That's out to center field. Sizes this one up. Corrals it. And that's the third out. Angels leave one. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back in New York. And on the hill in this one, Kyle Hendricks.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Snuck the fastball by him. Aaron Judge at the plate. Next pitch is outside. Foul ball there.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 3. The wide to kick the pitch. Goes down looking.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one. Punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Here's Cody Bellinger. And here it comes. That's off the mark. 2-1. Two out, space is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2. And the righty deals. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Yanks held in check. Scoreless after 1.
Gotta make this life go paradise. So I go paranormal like paradise. But my mojo right and my motor right.
Back at Yankee Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Jorge Soler up at the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Base knock center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. Next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Soler gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And he deals. Well struck left field. And out of here. The Angels on the board first. It's 2-0.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with the home run. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Luis Rengifo, the next to hit. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a base hit.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Joe Adele. Swinging a foul straight back. And a ball and 2 strikes. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And the pitch.
Ball.
The punch out there. 2 out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Nolan Shanuel now at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Outside low. The count now 2-2.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left. A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
And they'll do it again. And the right-hander deals. And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Inside ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So 2 down. Mike Trout, the next to hit for the Angels. And a pitch. Just missed. Taylor Ward up next for the Angels. Two outs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Taylor Ward getting ready to hit. Fastball for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one back up the middle and it gets through. Around third. Throw is offline and he scores. It's 5-0.
Picks himself up at RBI. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Tim Hill on to pitch here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And here is Jorge Soler.
2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
First and second, 2 down. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. And next for the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe. Strike 2.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And that one ripped into right, and foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And now the lefty fights that one away, still 1-2. The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Here's a 1-2. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
The wind of the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Into center. And they take care of Stanton for the out. And there's 1 down.
Batting fifth, the third baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Oh, Boog, a lot has changed for this kid from the Bahamas. Jazz was signed by the Diamondbacks as a free agent for $200,000. 4 years later, he's traded to Miami and played for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp before getting his call to the big leagues. He's a player on the rise.
One down, base is empty. And now 2-2. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for New York, Paul Goldschmidt. The Angels leading by 5, bottom half of inning number 2. That misses, ball 2. Two down, nobody on. Well struck, right field, back there. Hauls it in on the warning track. So they make short work of him there. We head on down to the top of the third. Angels 5 and the Yankees nothing. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Luis Rengifo. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
The 2-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and there's one down.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
One down, base is empty. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One and two here. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Ball,
just missed.
It's a good take.
2-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a pitch. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Up next for the Angels, the second baseman,
Christian Moore digs in now. The pitch. Swings and misses. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Angels held in check as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Back in the Bronx as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Left-hand hitter waits. To the right side. Takes it himself.
That's an out.
And a quick out, number 1.
batting 8th, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. That's way outside. 2-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Yep,
Hendricks checks over to first, and he's back. Here's DJ LeMahieu, and that one fouled off. The pitch.
No,
just missing there. And it's 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
At the belt and fires. That one to first. Shanuel to second, and it pulls the shortstop off the bag.
Now batting, left fielder,
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
So up next, Jason Dominguez. And a pitch. That
ball.
misses. And that's ball 2.
2-2.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Full count.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the last half of the third. Good
Ball
plate
4.
appearance
Take your
there. Able to take the walk.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the
Now
box.
batting,
You can
right
see it
field.
right there with such
Aaron.
tight plate discipline.
So the bases are loaded here. One man gone. It's Aaron Judge now.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate.
Ball, no.
This is again 5 in a
3
row.
balls,
Well,
1
I
strike.
think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
The 3-1. Out to short. Base hit. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. It's 5-2.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. 2 on, 1 out. And 1-2.
1-2.
And he grounds 1 to the right side. Over to second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. They put 2 on the board on 2 hits. An error and 1 left on. On to inning number 4. Angels 5 and the Yankees 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto.
Neto.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Here comes a pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side, handled by LeMahieu. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Mike.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one missing inside. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two down, nobody on. And that's outside. And it's 3-2. Taylor Ward waits on deck. And here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're still out in front 5-2. Back now in the Bronx. Bottom of the 4th. Now up as the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. A wind in the pitch. Ripped on the ground to second. On to first. And they take care of Stanton for the out.
The third baseman, number 13.
And next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz missed some time last season thanks to injuries, Boog. An oblique strain cost him a few weeks, and a battle with turf toe sidelined him for more than a month. What stinks is nobody wants to be on the field more than this guy.
1 down, base is empty. Now a screamer into the outfield. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Man at second with 1 away. And now the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Hendricks throws over. Chisholm back in on a dive. The Yanks trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a 2-2. Out to center. On his way over. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
The catcher, number 28.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. He goes down looking. The Yanks lead 1. They trail at 5-2. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ian Hamilton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off, Taylor Ward. A flip to the pitcher covering. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out.
Now batting, right fielder,
Jorge Soler, the next to hit for the Angels. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Movement in the Yankees pen. Scott Efros getting ready to go. Loaisiga, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one 95 to finish him off.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Falling behind 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Kicks and deals. Ground ball, Goldie. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Angels are gone in order, and it remains 5-2. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Hunter Strickland.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Just missed.
You know, these Yankees looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
And a ground ball to first, and he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, DJ.
And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. Right-handed reliever, and that's off the inside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. And now it's even up.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Struck him out without a swing. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Now it's going to be Jason Dominguez. And another ball.
3-1.
Two outs. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Pitch misses. Full count now. Cody Bellinger on deck for the Yankees. The Halos leading by 3, last half of inning number 5. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Good job to fight that one off. Judge rips that one. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So man aboard. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. Kicks and fires.
Ball inside.
Gets under it and pops it up. Rengifo in position. And that is that. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. It's now 5-3. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back for more from the Bronx. Top six. So in now for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. The pitch. Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. And he deals. That one at the knees for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And now the shortstop, Zach Neto, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Rengifo off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Angels strand 1, and it remains 5-3. Bottom of the inning, and now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
You know, Boog, Jazz joined the ranks of Shohei Ohtani, Fernando Tatis Jr., and other young stars in baseball when he was named the cover athlete of MLB The Show in 2023. Says he always wanted to be on the cover of a video game, but never expected it to happen so quickly.
1 strike.
Righty delivers. That one misses. 3-1. Yeah, there's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Up next for the Yankees.
1 gone runner at first. And here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt, with the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on the move. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Around second is Jazz. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Reed Detmers takes over on the mound.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And up next for New York, Austin Wells. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And a pitch. And another ball. Anthony Volpe up next. Ground ball left side, could be two. Slings to second, and that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, 2 outs, inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Nolan Schanuel now at the plate.
The first base, Nolan Schanuel.
And here it comes. Fouls one off. 2-2. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Right-hander kick steals.
Ball
And
2.
another ball.
You know, these Angels, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Schanuel on at first. Nobody out. Laced down the line. Could be extra bases. Judge hustles it back in, and it's now first and second to start the inning.
All over that one right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they're up by 3.
Well done. Drives in the run. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now the right fielder, Jorge Soler. The count 2-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The Angels trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7. Struck him out looking. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Logan O'Hoppe will hit next. Called strike right there. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And a pitch. There's a swing and a drive. And no one can get there. 1 run is in. Around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's 8-3.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Yeri De Los Santos.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. But 3 score in the inning, 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now 8-3.
She said, I remember, never surrender. Not so high that it can never.
Back in the Bronx, and now here is Anthony Volpe. The wind of the pitch. Lifted in the air, out to left. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu.
LeMahieu.
And another ball. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Hector Neris getting loose out there. Brogdon warming up as well. 1 down, base is empty. That's to third. Rengifo whips it to first. And there's 2 away. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jason Dominguez. And now the lefty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Outside, and the count's even at 2. In the air, left side. Ward moving under this one. He's got it. That is the inning.
It's hard to stay afloat when the world's trying to drown me. All that pain and that hurt made me stronger than they found me. As my enemies surround me, I'ma still say this proudly. I am blessed, never pressed with my angels all around me.
Back at Yankee Stadium, and now Christian Moore.
Christian Moore.
And the righty deals. That one not close. And it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Leading off for the Angels, the shortstop.
Back to the top of the lineup, and next for LA, Zach Neto. The pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw, save.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
On the ground, and that one handled. Sends it to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
And here is Nolan Schanuel.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
On the ground to Jazz. Gets it to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Now batting, designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty.
Trout.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
2 down, nobody on.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Angels 9 and the Yankees 3. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here comes Aaron Judge.
The right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Sets him down looking. Clip the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike 3.
The center fielder, number
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger.
The pitch.
Ball.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run
balls,
lead
1 strike.
at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
The Yankees with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one misses. 3-1 now. In the air out to center. Adele makes the play. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Here's Stanton now.
Stanton.
2 outs.
Ball.
That one missed.
2-1.
Hammered, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Man at second here with 2 away. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
No.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Stanton at second with 2 down. That misses the zone. And now 3-1. Paul Goldschmidt waiting to hit for the Yankees. And the pitch downstairs, and it misses. Ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
2 on, 2 outs. That one laced to center and a base hit. Around third, fires it to the plate. He's safe.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. At the belt and fires. Movement in the bullpen. Hector Neris up and loosening in the pen. Got him swinging. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 9-4. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Scott Efros.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Righty to the plate. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And next for the Angels, Jorge Soler. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. One down, base is empty. Oh, look at the stop from his knees, the throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour. So,
well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Angels 9 and the Yankees 4. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Hector Neris.
Now pitching for
And he's got a nice lead to work with,
Number
so he should
54,
come in throwing strikes,
Hector
attacking these hitters.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone here.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
They're down to their final strike.
1-2.
Neris is just one strike away. That one missed. Outside. Aaron Judge on deck for the Yankees. The pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
9-4, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Angels, 9 runs, 12 hits. 1 error, they left 7 runners on base. For the Yankees, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, they left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.